Okay, you're welcome to another episode of The Talking Phoenix. Choo choo. Choo choo. Welcome aboard the Phoenix Express. And today with me in the studio, this is the studio.
Yeah.
We have, drum roll please. Well, this is an actual OAPO. In case the voice sounds professional and then you start falling in love. You are not even permitted to fall in love with another host apart from me, Agent Phoenix. But just in case the voice sounds pristine, just know that it's an OAPO, it's Ojoro. So with me in the house today, we have...
Okay, so guys, Phoenix usually introduces himself as the host with the most. Well, here is the host with... No,
ghost.
I had this planned out in my head. I just blanked out now.
You lose focus.
I'm all focused. Anyway, yeah. This is Moses, and I have really been looking forward to get on the Phoenix Express, and yeah, so we'll probably have a lot of fun today. Yeah,
we should. If we don't, vote him out of Nigeria.
please vote. You know who out of power. Leave me out of it. No name's called.
Okay.
You know who. If you don't know, you don't know. If you do. Hey, God.
Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the topic for today.
Yeah. Talking about the topic for today. If you grew up in Nigeria, which, well, you most probably did, we probably had older people, teachers, parents, lying unprovoked.
Like,
unprovoked.
nobody asks you, just stay and
without
start
anybody.
saying, when I was your age, I used to kill lion before I can go to secondary school. Oh, God. Yeah, God.
How many lion day?
They've killed all the lion now. All the lion in Africa is dead.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about lies that our parents told us, and some of us, well, I've always been a smart guy, so some of y'all out there,
Guy, you believe this? Don't even try and form smart here.
please,
As kids, yeah, we always had our parents to look up to.
yeah,
and
we put them on a pedestal.
like when I was a kid, if I was in any car that was driving really fast, I used to be very scared. But then if it was my dad's car and he was the one driving, I used to be excited because, like, that trust is just there. It's just there. I just know that my father won't want to kill me. Understand? Yeah. So that kind of thing. So you'd always trust them. And when they tell you, don't worry, give me that money, let me hold for you, you believe them. So last.
That's where Yahoo started from.
That's where Yahoo started from. That's true.
Okay, so let's start with something that I'm pretty sure this is not just Nigeria. Everywhere. When I was your age.
When you were my age, you were my age.
So, every teenager is a teenager regardless of whether it was 15, 17 or 2003.
See, when I was your age.
I'm not saying I was a teenager in 2003. Let me put that out there.
Okay, are you in defensive mode?
No, please. Let's just put that out there. But anyway, you hear stuff like, when I was your age, before I go to school, I will bath my younger ones. I will cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the 4 families on our street.
We would cross to 4 villages and go to the stream to fetch water.
Yeah, and
come back.
Oh, and they still used to go to school early.
And this. I think the mornings were longer.
Yeah.
Because there's no way.
It's global warming.
How do you fight lion to cross this one village to another village, and you now fetch the water in clay pots and then come back?
Either the mornings were longer or the villages were smaller, because there's no logical explanation.
Exactly. Parents just be lying unprovoked.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Mommy, I want to go with you. Yeah, don't worry. Man. Go away.
No, I still don't understand how I always fell for that.
Like, it still works till now. I did that.
Yeah. You were saying.
No.
You were saying.
Off your mic, honorable. Hands off my mic.
Like, there's light.
I did that to my sister's kids. Like, I went to visit, and then she was like, I wanted to go out to get recharge card. She wanted to go with me. I was like, where's your slippers? Go and wear your slippers. Then she ran into the room to wear slippers. And I left. I felt fulfilled. Like I gotten payback. I be vengeance.
But what happens when somehow you get delayed and then your niece or your kids now find you and you're still there? They've actually worn their slippers and they come back.
Okay. We'll look for another way to break their hearts. No, sometimes it's not like it's you don't want them to come with you. It's not like you don't want them to come with you, but they won't understand the reason why
you don't want them to come with you.
Because they're still kids. They just want to play.
Yeah, true.
So go and wear your slippers. We'll finish this episode.
Uncle Felix, after you just confessed, we have it on tape.
Audio. Literally, audio evidence.
Exactly, we have audio evidence. So. Yeah, and I think the next thing we should talk about is I'm pretty sure that the people in this country that their parents have apologized to them are like 5.
Jesus
and
Christ.
I'm not inside.
Only 5.
They're like 5. This is being very optimistic.
That 5 self is like, we're being generous. It's like maybe 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
The half is maybe the dad or probably the mom.
Maybe they started apologizing and they cut themselves.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No,
so,
we don't do this in this. We don't do this here.
Let's just say 2.5.
Bros.
You have to account for 3% margin of error. Because fam. Okay, let me give you this story. I pray my parents don't listen to this episode. There was one day my dad was doing something at the back of the house, and so he had we had this satellite dish, yeah. So he was like fixing it, trying to get some channels to work and stuff. So he had this long extension connecting from the kitchen. Socket was in the kitchen, out. So the door didn't close normally. Then there's this big rod. They use like a lock, and something like that. It goes from one end of the door to the other end of the door. So when you lock the door, you put that rod, and then it's like burglary proof or something like that. This rod was always like leaning on the wall. So my junior sister was trying to go out of the kitchen, and then that wire was just in the way.
Yeah.
So she tripped on the wire, and then that rod. I don't know if you know digger. You know that digger that is like.
Yes, I do.
It's that kind of material. So that thing fell on the floor and made one very big sound. And my mom shouted out, ran to the kitchen. I was like, My sister now shouted. So my dad now came out. This guy, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, that this rod just fell. Oh. He now asked, did he hit her leg? He said no. My mother now said, you know, see your daughter that almost, he now said, Isho Burugi. For those of you that don't understand, he was like, are you blind? Wow, just say sorry.
Or when parents break plates. When you're the one that break the plates, say, Moses, you want to break all the plates in this house, eh? I did not do this to my mother. You will not break all my plates. But when they break plates, it switches. The narrative changes to who dropped this plate here.
Why is this where they keep plates normally? why would you keep plates? All of you don't know how to.
Alaye, say sorry and rest. Nobody will die.
God.
Okay, now I think we should talk about the fact that I will probably be a multi-millionaire right now if no, stop laughing. No, for real. If we should sit down and count the cost, because it's a lot of cost. Really, my mom owes me money.
No, okay, no, yes. Debtors.
Chronic. They will shut down the bank. If I was a bank, they'll shut me down.
I saw one video on Instagram. I don't know if it was Tunde Edna that posted it. This guy was crying. He didn't want to let his mom go. That the mom was owing him money. So the auntie, I don't know if it was the auntie or somebody was not videoing. I was like, look at this boy, you big boy like you. I cried. The guy is not. The mother was holding back. I think maybe she wanted to go to the market or something.
Yeah.
He didn't let her. He was pushing her. No, that kind of thing. And maybe his friends they bought. Okay, it's a recent video. So maybe they bought like PS2 or 3 or phones, something like that. And then in his mind, he has like, I have this 10,000 that my uncle gave me last year. This guy, I'll just add it.
should we tell him?
They start hearing things like, your sandals that we bought for school last month.
That one at least is something for you. So all the food you've been eating in this house.
I'll be like, wait, mommy, if they did not give me, if one could not dash me, are we not still going to this food in this house?
But
why is it my 10,000?
But you know, you're just thinking this because, like Ade, if you say anything, Tawai.
All of you that were not born with tribal marks, go and do dermatological X-ray under your skin. There are finger marks,
layers upon layers upon layers of finger marks.
Oh, these guys are chronic debtors.
Or should we talk about the fact that I'm owed like maybe 4 bicycles? All those, just take first.
Me, I cried though. They bought my own. I'm a very playful person. Like I still am. When they were saying it in school, I didn't believe, because when we would have PTA meetings like this, my teachers would be telling my parents that your son is very brilliant, but play will not allow him. Will not be knocking my head. Don't play. So they now eventually told me, come first and we'll get you a bicycle. I remember very well that I didn't go out much that period. And then I actually came first. And then I found myself running back home, like to come and show my parents that, I came first home. And then when I came, they're not telling me, no, we just wanted to motivate you. Motivate. Are you a motivational speaker? Hello. I cried there. No. They bought the bicycle.
Wow.
That's where the name Phoenix actually came from, because the bicycle was a Phoenix brand. So
wow.
Thanks for buying that bicycle.
I can change the name of your contact on my phone to bicycle.
When I was your age, I had sense.
Wow. So I'm going to assume you started from 17 and you're coming down.
Okay, this didn't work out, guy. You dust. No, but then they actually did that to a couple of my friends. They promised them something, and then
I'm one of the couple of friends, and I'm awaiting my bicycle, daddy. In fact, I think after this episode, I'm going to write a letter.
Yeah, still waiting for
a formal letter. They must buy me that bicycle.
Okay, as you just said formal letter, I just remember there was one time they can be unnecessarily strict. No, I won't say unnecessarily strict. Again, I pray my parents don't listen to this episode. There was one time, I wanted to get jeans. So I told my dad, I want to get, I don't know if it was jeans or trousers. This man, my dad is a lawyer. He can do. I pray my parents don't listen to this episode. My dad is too professional. It's too official. You understand?
By the book.
So he was like, and this was the time that everybody was sagging and everybody was trying to. It's not like, hope it's not this one. You come and be. You gotta be an ass level. That's what they call it. You come and be wearing ass level. I'm like, no, I don't even do that. My mom used to always insult us. Insult my elder brother that his ass is flat. So be like, you now come and be wearing ass level. It doesn't fit you. Like, even if you do it doesn't fit
they
you.
They will never agree that it fits you.
It looks like they ironed his ass. But that was, I hope I won't do it. I'm like, no, I won't do that. I actually wrote an undertaking.
I can't remember. I don't want.
I wrote an undertaking that I promise not to sag the trousers I'm going to buy with the money you're going to give me. And if I do, seize my phone, I'll seize the trouser or something like that. And signed before this man gave me money.
I don't want to think of the number of undertakings I've written. Oh, by the way, my dad is a lawyer as well. Yeah. So I wrote undertakings the first time I was going to the university. I gave my word I wasn't going to join a cult. I was going to graduate with good grades. Well, that didn't work out.
But we move.
We locomote.
More undertakings, guys. It's not that deep. Come on. Last is just reasoning.
In the end.
But then I get it's like two, would I say worlds? Two generations.
There's a gap. I think that's the best word. There's a gap between the two generations where there's no. It's like two independent sets. Yeah. Please don't mind me. I like maths. There's no intersection. There's no. I don't know.
Common ground. It was few people that had that didn't have this kind of setting.
Yeah.
Probably parents that were, let's say, hip.
Yeah.
Or
hip.
Younger parents that had. I don't even know. No, I don't think they fall into this bracket.
No,
now.
they don't.
I don't think they fall into this bracket now.
Talking of, well, you know.
No, but they do. Because I have, even when my characters, they had some guys that they were like cool with their moms. And these were age mates,
Yeah.
you get. It's either their parents were really young or they got married. I don't even know how that happened.
In the end, I think it has more to do with exposure than
that's
what
true.
what they were exposed to. Some people, that's the only way they know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
Wahala.
Wahala, it be
Wahala
like
for
bicycle.
people wey dey cross stream, go fetch water.
I mean, I'm going to keep coming back to the bicycle. Wahala be like bicycle. Because
Dude, that bicycle is gone.
I'm owed a few bicycles.
That that bicycle
I
is
know
gone.
how many times I can start a
dealer.
you know, I can start selling by how far now? Do you want to buy a Phoenix bicycle?
I actually want to buy it, funny enough. Okay, yeah, this one now is, you know how sometimes, this one is particular to me. Growing up, I used to always sit in front of the computer, a laptop now. I used to always sit in front of the computer. I won't eat because I'll be there playing video games, My mom will come and say, come on, go. I'll be like, no, I'm not hungry, and stuff like that. My mom legit reported me to the pastor that they should pray for me. She was like, this thing has a spirit, and the spirit is causing me not to eat. Like she doesn't understand how I'll stay a whole day and not feel hungry.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Especially if you had a big appetite before that.
Do you get? Because, hello. Okay.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. See this one sitting close to me. This is
avoid,
another black hole.
Avoid me, please.
Another black hole.
I have no. Please. If you know me, you know that.
He has no limit. If it was a car, his speedometer won't have end.
Are you done? You're having way too much fun right now. At my expense. I don't have anything against your fun, but it's at my expense.
Yeah, we just speak facts though. Facts. Talking Phoenix podcast.
Okay.
So, it was always like there was always this. It's too much. It's excessive. Yeah. Then I got beyond video games and started doing some light edits and stuff. So there was one time we were doing something at our church, Children Harvest.
Yeah.
So we had a camcorder. My dad had some of these things, so I was able to use the camcorder. I did video coverage of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Then I made it into a movie, and then my parents were actually helpful that time. I borrowed money from my dad. I bought CDs, like empty discs, and I brought them into
the CD.
I had a printer. I printed something and cut it out and used glue and glued it on. This is local production. And then when I played it for my parents and they watched, my mom was like, okay, mom, here. Like, are you doing all this thing? Hey, mama, my son.
They suddenly recognize that this is
suddenly all of the evil spirits that was stopping me from eating had vamoosed.
Yeah,
Next thing, we went to church on Sunday and I was like I wanted to sell it and this kind. Come and see the way my mom was advertising me. My son has created the Children Harvest last. And funny enough, the guy that was doing video coverage every year didn't come around that period. So it was like it was just my video that was there. But most people, I was like, she was like, how much am I going to say? I said 200 naira. When she went to, she said 500 naira. Okay, guy, I made money that period.
I want you to finish this just so I can ask you a question. Are you done?
She marketed it like sister, have you bought the CD? Come and take. Don't worry. Guy, I actually sold like everything I made. I had to actually go and buy CD and burn some more for some people.
Awesome. Now, did she borrow the money?
Well, let's just say
that you ate your.
In my defense, I didn't have sense in that period.
So let's just say you ate your CD money.
Yes. Although when I actually made enough to return the money I borrowed from my dad, but he didn't. He was like, "Don't worry, I should keep it." I'm like,
Nice.
So that's cool. So when you start doing something that is actually dope, my son.
Well, I would like to say that, especially with the age we're in now, I mean the times, I'm sure a lot of people have had this experience where your parents want you to get a 9 to 5. Dress up, go to work.
Sure.
Now, as much as you argue and say, no, this is what I want to do, this is right, I'm not doing anything illegal. The fact that I'm sitting on my computer doesn't mean I'm not working.
You get.
In the end, results is what will change their minds. In the end, nobody can argue with results. I'm sorry if I'm starting to sound like who's this
Like
guy?
a parent.
No,
Upcoming parent.
no, please. If I'm starting to sound motivational, but this will bring money. Please buy my tape.
Aspire to Maguire.
No, but the point is, nobody can argue with
True,
with results. So yeah, so in the midst
itself.
of all the fun and everything, I'd like to drop this very serious nugget here.
Preach. Word.
I know. Oh, yeah, put something to the life of the man of God.
This is how your corruption. This is why Nigeria is still where it is.
Don't put it on me. It's just me.
Something for something.
Something for something.
Well, but like I believe why all of these things, why everything is like this is because two different worlds.
Yeah.
Two different. They actually do mean well.
Yeah, they mean
everything.
well.
It's just that our love language and their own love language is.
It's almost like we're speaking it. It's just like you know how the British people say Americans speak a different language. Yeah. So we're saying the same. We're using the same words, but they are hearing completely different things. In the end, I think we can just say that that's how they know how to.
Yeah. But then the thing is, I think with time you get to understand. Like you won't understand in that moment.
No.
But look at how we're reflecting now.
Yeah.
And we can see, okay, that this is, or sometimes something happens to you, and you're like, oh, I see why they did or did react like this.
I still don't see why my dad conked me in primary 3
You obviously have some unresolved feelings. You should see a shrink. But then when you see people that actually have that sync.
Yeah.
Like some of all these new generation families. Let's say new generation families.
Not necessarily. Yeah, I think there are quite a few families in our age range who had really good relationships with their parents. I don't know why. I don't know how they did it, but they existed.
Yeah.
They existed.
Like not the parents and kid fear relationship. Like actual friendship relationship. No, for some it's just fear. It's basically out of fear.
Basically, I'm your father, you're my son.
The respect and fear.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
When I come, you run into the
when you're playing ball outside and you hear the sound of my car. Man, funny how everybody knows the sound of their father's car.
You don't even need to hear the horn, just hear the sound. That's why I was never fat as a kid. I was always running. I was always running from something. And then I had a particular route I would follow. So I'm playing down the street, and then I see my dad's car coming from far. Then I'll run, because I grew up in the quarters. I'll run to the back of the houses. By the way, before I go to play ball, I've set up my books in the dining area where I'm supposed to be reading. And
criminals.
Then I'll run. I'm going through the back of the house, and I always timed it perfectly. So as soon as he's driving into the compound, I'm coming out of the front door, and I'm like, Daddy, welcome.
Perfect son.
And then I'll collect his things and go and drop it and sit down at the table and read, study to show myself approved.
Yeah. Who started a long time ago?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
EFCC should look into this, please. It's fun, Cha. The fact that we can actually appreciate what they did now. Yeah. It's fun.
And in the end, knowing that they had our best interest at heart.
Yeah. No, they did. Like looking back now, I have my parents to thank for where I am. Apart from the fact that I have them to thank for where I am because they literally gave birth to me.
Yeah.
Like where I am in so many aspects of my life.
Yeah, there was condition, all that training, all that you have to do this, you have to do that. This is what is right. Basically, they give us a sense of direction. They let us know the bound. Like my dad would tell you, if I don't train you, society will train you.
Oh yeah, and they will actually. Yeah. Okay, me now, I grew up in.
You grew up in the best place to raise children. So in case you need to raise your children in the way of the Lord.
See, a place where you can train this child and tell him that stone is gold. And provided that child doesn't leave that place,
He
they will grow up to be 40 and believe that stone is gold. Go.
Yeah, that's for your male child.
DM me, I'll tell you the address.
For the female child, they'll probably still believe that if you have direct eye contact with a guy, you get pregnant. And if it's for more than 5 seconds, it will be twins.
Guy, dear God. I think that's why I have like an overly active imagination, because all the things that you couldn't do, you just be thinking of how it would have been or something like that. So don't worry, if you need that location, just send a message.
Yeah, so
we'll tell you.
Let me come back with being serious again. So I think we should find the balance between how their principles were great, and how we should be able to relate with our kids. That's to those of us who plan to have kids, or should I say to those of you who plan to have kids. I know there are quite a number of people who are absolutely not interested, and well, that's your yam. Fry it, roast it, whatever you choose to do with it, boil it. Just know that it's your yam. Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
I think it boils down to
yam.
No, yam. It boils down to like understanding.
Yeah.
And to understand, you actually have to listen. Like to watch a movie and understand, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Listen to it and watch it, basically. So apart from the fact that yes, they are your kids, you're responsible for their life, in the sense that they have to get to a certain point before they can make decisions that but you have to actually understand and listen to these people to know where their mind is at in that moment or at that time.
So it's like not just looking, you're seeing, not just hearing what you're saying, you're actually listening. You're not just trying to I
like that. Not just hearing, you're listening.
You're listening. So it's not just, and for the most part, some people are not listening. Some people are not listening to understand. They're listening to respond. Yeah. So
that does it, because if you listen to your kids, you'd know what they're going through. You'd know, it's crazy. I have some neighbors here, their kids, and the conversations we have, like, I used to wish I had somebody who'd listen to me. Because me, I'm a playful person. Like, I have a lot of kid friends, you get. So I used to wish I had somebody who'd listen, because I'd feel like I can tell them anything you get. And I would actually get answers without being judged or
create a no
without being... Zone, But then you don't have to do it in a way that their kids, they don't really understand boundaries. You have to, it's like guiding them slowly and like...
But I don't really agree with the fact that kids don't understand boundaries. They do, but they like to push boundaries.
Yeah, they like to push. Okay, yeah, that's true. They like to push it.
They prefer to push to see just how far will this uncle let me go.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
Will he give me his phone? Use all his data. Uncle, do you have game on your phone?
I went to my sister's place. They legit took my phone, opened Play Store. I came, Uncle, this one is not downloading. I'm like,
I think was it not that they went there together during your niece's birthday? Yeah.
They would legit download it. They downloaded like 8 games before my data went out. Like, sorry.
Apple games, my God. Okay, so
all right, so I just pray for those of you who are planning to catch somebody's daughter and make them,
or somebody's son.
What this thing you just said now doesn't go well with what I was trying to say at the end.
Catch me.
That's
my message.
This one is just begging.
Catch me. I just hope my girlfriend doesn't hear this.
I'm saying it to her. For those of you who plan to catch somebody's daughter and make an honest mother, is it a honest or an honest?
An honest woman.
An honest mother out of her. That's to have kids and stuff. You have to actually have sense to know that these kids, regardless of them being tinier human beings, they're actually human beings. So.
With feelings and thoughts.
Yes, exactly. All of those. So do well. Do right by them. And don't tell them to go and wear slippers. But the one I will do is to call my child from upstairs to give me remote. At least once. No, at least 3 times.
Do you want to add?
let's see how it goes. As the spirit leads.
The spirit of the Nigerian parents.
So there you have it. That's
all we have time for.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we have
on this episode of the Talking Phoenix. Oh, and I've always wanted to do this. So even if I didn't say this at the beginning of the podcast, there's no way I'm not going to say this. You have been listening to the Talking Phoenix. No, I didn't get that right.
OAP.
Okay, so I've always wanted to do this, and I'm going to take this opportunity with both hands and my feet, if possible. You're welcome to the talk.
They
Phoenix
can only
Express.
be on Phoenix. Just go on.
You're welcome. No, let me talk like a pilot. Good evening, everyone. This is flight number. How do those guys do that thing?
They have hot yam in their mouths.
Hot moi moi.
This is flight number 213 going from Lagos to Rose.
Whoa, listen. You're welcome to the Phoenix Express.
Switched up.
Choo choo. Okay, so Phoenix, this was really fun. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yo, so for those of you who want to, I know his voice is sassy. You understand? Those of you who want to like link up, his Moze's social handle.
Okay, my Instagram is Odaba, spelled 0DABA.
What is Odaba?
That's my middle name.
Jesus, I never knew that.
Yeah, and you're my guy.
It sounds like Dibia. It's kind
Wow.
native doctor.
You should stop talking now.
Boka.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram as Odaba, spelled 0DABA. I'm on Twitter as Odaba as well, ODAABA. Yeah, so if you cannot handle sarcasm, please avoid me. Thank you very much.
For those of you who are, how do I call it, serious minded,
Yeah.
please stay away. Your feelings will be hot.
Yeah.
Sorry to say.
Unapologetic.
This is a disclaimer. Just like parents lie unprovoked, they will hurt your feelings unapologetically. So it was fun hanging out with Moze. This is your host with the most. Holy, I don't want to add that part.
Well, with the host with the most. This is the host with more than the most. Odaba. Was nice
native
hanging
doctor.
out.
Please do us a favor, share this episode to your friends. If you had fun listening to this, make sure someone else has fun and do well to share the episode. Put it on your WhatsApp status, put it on your Facebook, put it on your Twitter, put it on your Instagram, put it anywhere you want to put it. You know that?
That's wrong, but okay.
That was so reach out to us at The Talking Phoenix on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can send us a mail at thetalkingphoenix@gmail.com, whichever one rocks your boat. Check out the host. It's at 00Phoenix on Twitter or at 00_Phoenix on Instagram. So that's all. Catch you guys in the next episode. Adios.
Love and light. About the topic for today. If you grew up in Nigeria, which, well, you most probably did.
Wait, please. I have foreign listeners, please. Apologies to my foreign listeners. don't. He's underestimating the reach of OO. Sorry, I probably cut that part out, but continue.
With a name like that.
Go punish you.
You were saying
Wale has an album. The album about nothing.
Wale has an album.
That's what I said.
You said Wale.
Okay, I'll stop it.